What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back, and we're unfortunately going to have to go check out some potential storm damage down at AAR headquarters, Byers, Oklahoma. The city of Wayne, which is right next to Byers, was hit by an EF2 tornado. It did some pretty gnarly damage out there. And Michael from Santa's Workshop, big shout out to him. He went by and said that things looked like they were okay, but there's a car that's, there's a car out there that may not have survived. And unfortunately, we're going to have to go down there and check it out today. Plus, I've got the TRX. We've got to load it up. We got to get a trailer because today is Thursday, December the 15th. And Monkey Wrench Mike and I are about to head to Indiana for our last trip to Indiana for car content for just a little while, because we got some bigger things in the pipeline. But I need my trailer for this one, because unfortunately one of the cars I don't think is going to make it, and one of them I'm pretty sure is going to make it. So we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna bring the trailer, and that means we're gonna eat a lot of fuel economy on the way there, and especially on the way back if we have to haul something. So without further ado, let's hop in to the trusty little Toyota Celica GTS, and we will head down to AR headquarters and see if there's any storm damage out there. I'm hopeful that things are okay, and of course my thoughts and prayers go out to the people that got caught in the middle of that nasty EF2. The weather radio here was going off all morning long the other day. I mean, it was just one after another. Sleeping was not an option. And I was watching the weather radar, and I saw the tornado heading right toward Wayne and Byers. It was headed toward Stratford. We had several tornadoes that day, and now we need to go down there and just check out our property and make sure everything is okay. And if it's not, we need to take note of it so we can take the appropriate actions. All right, so we're getting pretty close to Byers. We're in a little town called Wanette. Not too far, just a few miles away from AR headquarters. And up the road, I saw a bunch of trees that had been blown over. So I figured I'd better start recording, because you might see something out here. This is a very small town. It's one of those places where if you blink, you'll be right through it and not even realize it. And I'm not seeing any damage here at all, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Fences are still up. Those are usually the first things to come down. So far, it's looking good, guys. Let's continue on our way. These are some of the worst roads I have ever driven on. These roads suck. But going over this bridge is a beautiful thing. I always enjoy doing it. So I thought I'd take you guys with me today, and we'd go over this bridge together. The sun is right in the face of the camera there, man. Beautiful water down below. Look out there. There's some beautiful scenery out here, guys. You probably can't see, but we got the TRX behind us. Jessica's following me out here. So far, I'm not seeing any damage, and we are really, really, really close to Byers. So I'm hopeful that we're not going to find any damage out there. All right, well, we made it in the little Celica GTS. I redlined that thing a few times, and man, she's a screamer. God, that car is, I love it. I do. I love that little car. I totally forgot we had the Mercedes here, so we're just going to kind of do a quick walk by of all the cars. This is the 98, I believe, C230 that Monkey Wrench Mike and I just brought back. She's still sitting here, and I don't see any hail damage, and that is great, great, great news, because this is a beautiful little car. Just needs a little bit of a cleaning. We got the Chevy Citation. I believe it's an 83. This thing has been sitting here for months. It hasn't moved. It's starting to sink into the ground. It already had hail damage, but I don't see any new damage on this one either. Not that you would probably even be able to tell. Next is the 95 Ford Probe. I got to do something with this car, and it's been on my mind, man. I was gonna just send it down the road. I don't think I can do that, though. I don't. I think I'm gonna replace the doors. The doors would cost more in labor to repair. Look how bad this is. I mean, that would cost more in labor to fix than a door. I found a driver's side door in blue for $200. I don't see any new damage to this. And the passenger's door, it's even worse. It's creased here, it's creased here and here. Again, I found the same car. It's a blue door, $200 complete door. This one, I think if you replace both of the doors, detail the interior, send it to paint, get Mako to put a fresh blue paint job on it, this car would look almost as good as it did when it came off the showroom floor. And I'm really tempted to do the right thing by this car and do that. You guys drop a comment below. I don't know if you're interested. The videos on this car, they did all right, but they really didn't do all that great in comparison to some of my other videos. But it's one of those quirky cars that I just kind of love, and you don't see them anymore. I think it'd be nice to maybe put this one back together, possibly keep it. I don't know. Roxy, you survived the tornadoes. That had to be terrifying for you, sweetheart. I'm glad to see that you're okay. You poor thing. I hope you found a place to get shelter. She's got one of the most beautiful faces in the whole world. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We've got the ex-drug-infested, ex-theft recovery Subaru. I can't remember what the hell this thing is. It's a little hatchback. Is it an Outback or what is it? It's an Impreza L, all-wheel drive. That one's going to be a giveaway car at some point. I don't know when. Of course, the TRX is here. That doesn't count because it was not involved in the storm out here. And there's the car that's going to most likely be the problem. Yep, the tarp is completely off of it. Lovely. The trailer looks like it survived. It'd be hard to tear this one up. This trailer looks to be in good shape also. Our Sea Mustang has been sitting here. I drove it up to Indiana and back 1,400 miles, and I don't see any damage to this one either. It looks fine. I haven't done anything with it since. It's just been sitting here. So I think this is probably one of the next ones I'm going to put up for sale. If you're wondering about the BMW M5, you probably noticed that's not one of the cars here. Well, the M5 is gone. I hate that I sold it. Everything in me told me not to sell it for what I sold it for, but I got rid of it for $13,300. After Copart took their fees, I got 13 grand out of that car. I had 17.5 into it. 17.5, I let it go for 13.3. However, the person that bought it emailed me, and they're thrilled, as they should be. They got a they got a phenomenal car for very, very little money. Next, we've got Monkey Wrench Mike's F-150. It's still here, and I don't see any damage. Again, another tough one to really do any damage to. She's in pretty good shape cosmetically. I think we came out okay on this one, guys. The tow truck, who cares? I just, you know, who cares? Honestly, though, the tow truck doesn't have any hail damage or anything. This is actually a really nice old truck. I'm going to have to get rid of this one, though. For real. I hate that I'm going to do it. I've always wanted a tow truck. And now that I got one, I don't really care anymore. Isn't that the way it goes? You want something until you got it. And then when you've got it, Roxy, get out of the road. Roxy. She's going to get hit. That dog is going to get run over. I worry about her. Anyway, there's the tow truck. It's here. It's fine. And this will probably also be coming up shortly, probably sometime in January, as one of the next vehicles to go. This one, the Lumina, I think it's an 01. I actually gave this away already. We did a deal on YouTube. You had to comment, follow me on Instagram, yada, yada, yada. And I found a winner. And the winner is someone, man, that really needed it. Really, I'm not going to say much about it because there are some legal things going on and I don't want to interfere with that. But the gentleman that won it was in a very, very serious accident and was life-flighted and has spent many months trying to recover and now basically has to start his life kind of over again. He's very lucky to be alive. And I know it's not the best car in the world, but it's a free car, and I think it'll do him good. So stay tuned for the video of that once we can get him up here, once my schedule can align with his schedule, because I'm super busy traveling right now, and that's not going to stop anytime soon. Next, I told Monkey Wrench Mike if he wanted the 740, it was his. I think he wants it because he told me he was going to buy some parts for it. So there you go, free of charge, another car that I gave away to Monkey Wrench Mike. I see no damage. My main concern was hail damage out here, because when tornadoes come through, you have a lot of wind and you usually get a lot of hail. So it doesn't look like we got any hail. The Camaro that I gave away to Santa's workshop, it's still here. It looks fine. I don't see any damage to it either. We are winning today, guys. So far, things are looking really, really good. Let's take a quick walk out yonder. I have to burn all of this stuff sometime. Like, I've got, this is my fire pit. You can't even see the fire pit because it's so filled with these. Those are gonna take forever to burn. We definitely got some tree limbs down over here. This tree, every year, any good wind comes by and you start losing more and more and more. This one's concerning. I may actually have to call my tree guy to come out. Even though this technically is not my tree, this is an easement right here for the utility company. You see we got electrical poles running down. So this is right in between those. So that belongs, I don't know, to the county or to the city. I don't know who it belongs to, but you can see definitely got some tree limbs down. This thing right here, this has been a trooper, man. Yeah, this sucker, we've had that for a few years now, and it's still here. Let's go take a look at the car that is probably toast, and that really sucks. Technically, you could say it's not my car because it was delivered. I was given my money back because they could not provide a title. This is a 19 something. I think it's a 25. I can't remember for sure. I think this is a 1925. It's a Ford, you know, one of those, what do you call it? T-bucket or whatever, rat rod, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to find out real quick if she's got any juice. This is my biggest concern. Okay, we're going to have to put a jump on it. I had this car covered under a tarp, and this is insane. These blocks were under the tarp, okay? And then the tarp was pulled nice and tight over the car, and then I took these tires, and I had these tires holding onto the sides, and it all came apart when we got those storms. My biggest concern is if this carburetor was exposed to the elements, because obviously this just goes straight down into the carb, which goes straight to the intake. You can see water is all over the intake manifold there. Hopefully you can see anyway. I don't know. Oops, did I just break something? I don't know. There's water all over down there. So that's great. The carburetor was exposed. I should do the right thing and take the plugs out and make sure everything's okay in there. It's been, I don't know, 2 days, I think, since the storm hit. So the water has had a couple days to sit in there. Interesting, the wing nuts are gone. Those were, oh, they're under it. Okay. Dang it, man. This isn't even technically my car, but it's been left here for like 5 or 6 months now, and they don't want it. They're not coming to get it. They're not trying to sell it anymore. They just abandoned the car on my property. So technically, it is mine. But legally, at this very moment, it's not. Next, let's check out the shop. Everything back here doesn't look like it even moved. Not in the slightest. My trash cans aren't even knocked over, so that's good news. My exhaust is still sitting here. This is a MagnaFlow exhaust. This was sponsored. This was for the Fox Body Mustang, and it's got 2 mounting options. You can run the pipe straight out the back, which of course we have the tips for that right there, or you can dump them, and we have the tips for that as well, so you can dump them under the axle. This is full 3-inch exhaust from the manifolds back. So I think I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to look for, yeah, I think I'm actually going to look for a Fox body. that I could throw this 3-inch exhaust on. I still have the clamps, I got the hangers, I got everything. Some of it rusted a little bit. It's been sitting out here for a year. Yeah, this stuff has all been sitting here for a year. Thank you to Magnaflow, of course, for sending it to me. Unfortunately, it didn't work out because the car had substantial rust underneath, substantial frame damage from an accident. It was in pretty bad shape. The shop looks to be okay. I'm looking at my roof. The metal roof on the house looks to be in good shape as well. Roxy, you want to go in here with me? You want to go? Let's see. Go on. Check it out. I don't think we have any cars in here. Oh, we got one. I forgot about this thing. The what does he call it? The Disco Inferno. Mike's 190E. Of course, being in the shop, it's fine. What I'm looking for is see if there's any roof damage, if I've got any water intrusion into my shop, but it's not wet in here. What do you want, baby? What do you want? Oh, he's beautiful. Yeah, he's beautiful. Yes, you are. There's my old bike. Well, I haven't started this thing in forever. I kind of miss riding, if I'm honest with you. I really do. I'm tempted every time I come here and I see this thing. I'm tempted to take it out for a spin. But ever since Caleb died on that motorcycle, man, I can't bring myself to get on that bike and actually take it out for a ride. I can't. Anyway, here's the Disco Inferno. Yeah, I know, right? It is. It's still sitting here, and I want to make sure you guys know this. Monkey Wrench Mike hasn't been talking about this car much, but I've seen a lot of questions about it. Has he given up? Has he forgotten? No, he has not. When we're in Indiana picking up cars, he is watching YouTube videos constantly about every possible thing that could be wrong and how to fix it with this car. So trust me, he hasn't forgotten about it. He is actively trying to figure out what's wrong with it and how to fix it. Okay, the X-Pipe. I spent $300 and some on this Flowmaster 3-inch X-Pipe for the SEMA Mustang. I've decided I'm not going to install it. I'm done with the SEMA Mustang. Nobody really seems to care that much about the car. The videos do very poorly, and there's no reason to continue throwing money and time and video content at a car that people just aren't interested in. I think that's it, guys. It looks like we made it. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let me check out the front of my shop and the other side. So far, everything looks fine. I think we got we got so lucky. We got so lucky. Yeah, everything is good. Overhangs are still where they're supposed to be. The town of Wayne got hit really hard, guys. And Wayne, it's just a couple miles down the street. It's I think the next town over. Well, there's Rosedale. After Rosedale, it's the next town over. Yeah. Everything's good. The fence is good. Everything is fine. I was so worried about this place. I don't spend much time here anymore, but there's something about this place I just love, man. I don't know. Anyway, house looks good. The cars are all here. They all look good. When I get back from all of these road trips, I have put just about 10,000 miles. We're closing in on 10,000 miles on that truck in the last 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months, 10,000 miles on that truck. But there are some cars that I do need to get rid of. I need to clear these out. This one's going to be going up for sale. This one is, both of these right here, great running and driving cars. Both of these will be going up for sale. That'll be a giveaway. This one will probably go to Mako. That one's a giveaway. We already gave away 3 of the cars sitting out there. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the cars sitting out there. Mustang will go up for sale. Tow truck will go up for sale. And I almost got rid of this, if you can believe that. I'm sure you can. I really did. I almost got rid of it for a Jeep. I know. Let me tell you something. If Jessica had not intervened, the truck would be gone. The truck would be gone. I was going to get a Jeep EcoDiesel. I don't know what it is, but I got this thing for Jeeps again. You know, I did it once. I put thousands of dollars into a lift kit and wheels and winch and bumpers and running boards, and then I got rid of it because I couldn't stand the way it rode and drove. So I almost dumped the TRX for an EcoDiesel. And when I finally made the decision, I finally picked out the Jeep that I wanted at David Stanley. I told Jessica about it after the fact, and it was a hard no from her. She told me this TRX is the perfect truck for me. She said it suits your personality to a T. She said you will not be happy with anything else. Keep this truck because you love it. And she was right. When I'm done with all of my hauling and riding around the country back and forth, I think I'm going to take this to Brian at the auto spa, and I'm going to let him put hands on it and do a paint correction and do a coating and clean up the interior. She's had a pretty hard 20,000 miles, guys. I bought this ever so slightly used with 1,200 miles on the odometer, and she now has 18,500. Monkey Wrench Mike and I are leaving in the morning. Again, this is Thursday the 15th. So we are leaving Friday the 16th with this and a trailer. And what we're hauling back is something very big. So, yeah, by the time we get back, we should be right at 20,000 miles on this thing. And I think it has served me very well so far. And I think it deserves Brian and his guys over at the Auto Spa LLC. Give it a spa day. You know what I mean? It's called the Auto Spa for a reason. I think she deserves a spa day. How are these tires holding up too? That's my next question. I haven't checked them since I bought it. The tread is still very good. I do rotate the tires every time I take it in for an oil change. Oh yeah, she's got plenty of tread. Are you serious? Like these are big tires. What are these, 33s? I don't know, LT 325 65 18. So yeah, I don't know what those equate to, but probably something like 33s, I'd imagine. Those are pretty big tires, man. They really are, and I'm surprised that they have aged this well. 20,000 road miles hauling with a trailer or one of those trailers behind it pulling cars. She's done phenomenal. The inside is getting a little dirty. It's not, I mean, it's not awful by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, she's a little dirty. I think Brian could take care of her. Oh yeah, I forgot I've got Mustang seats. I use this truck this is like my work truck. I'm going to get out of here, guys. We are good. This was the point of the video. Oh, you know what? We forgot to check and see if this car runs. Give me just a second, guys. Let me get a jump pack, and we'll see if we can get it to start. All right, we got the NOCO GBX 155 installed. And let's see if she tries to start up. Locked up. Hydro locked. Yep. Hydro locked. Water definitely got into the engine. So close. I mean, she's not hydro locked anymore. Come on, old girl. She is not happy. I bet we got no fuel getting down the carburetor here. Hell, maybe the oh, the distributor definitely didn't get wet. Oh, she is not a high energy ignition. I thought for sure she had an HEI. There is no fuel, but there is water. There is water. Yeah. No fuel at all. I wonder if she's out of gas. She's been sitting out here a long time, guys. There's a real possibility that there is that there's no gas in her at all. Let's see the fuel filter here. She dry as a bone. Or no, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. It looks like there's fuel. Come on. Okay, we got fuel coming up here. but it's not getting into the carburetor. Come on, old girl. Yeah, I think some trusty starting fluid might help. I don't know. Give her a little sip of that. See if that does any good for her. We'll have to jump this battery pack again. Let's override it. There we go. All right. I bet she runs now. Come on, old girl, stay running. Yeah, carburetor's just not working. Yeah, I've already tapped on it with a hammer and everything, and the carburetor seems to have finally crapped out on it because the fuel pump's working and we've definitely got fuel. Let's see what this does. Come on. Nah. Okay, well, the good news is she runs. I had my doubts. I really did. I thought this thing was done. But there you go. She runs. I'll have to figure this out later, if I even mess with it at all. I don't know, guys. This thing is such a... It's kind of a heap. I've contacted them over and over again and asked them to come get it. I even threatened them. I said, if you don't, I'm going to file a lien against it and I'm going to sell it myself. And they said, yeah. We're sorry, man. We'll come and get it. Well, here it is. I'm still having to try to take care of it. So I'm going to cover it back up. And if they don't come get it at some point, we'll pull it back in the shop. We'll see if we can get it running. Well, it got late on me. Sun's going down. Got a beautiful sunset out here tonight, though. I took some time and pressure washed the trailer. I've never washed it since I bought this trailer. It was pretty filthy. It's had oil and stuff leaked on it, and yeah, you can't see it very well, but there she is. She's cleaned up, and I also took the time to wash that trailer too. I'm probably going to end up selling this one, honestly. It served its purpose. I needed it to help move stuff back and forth from my uncle's house when he passed away, and it just sits here now. I haven't used it since my last trip up there. So this trailer I'm not going to get rid of anytime in the near future. I don't think. It's a beautiful trailer. I absolutely love it, and I got to give a big shout out and thank you to Custom Trailers on 23rd Street here in Oklahoma City, man, because they hooked me up on this beautiful trailer. Got that nice tilt to it. You've probably seen it in some of the videos. If you haven't, you'll see it in an upcoming video, because I'm loading this up for a reason. We got the Badland, what is that, the ZXR 9,000 pound winch up there, and hopefully the trigger's under the back seat. Beautiful trailer with spare tire. It is time we get out of here, guys. It's late, and I got a long road trip ahead of me tomorrow. So do me a favor, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. Till next time, stay safe out there, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.